It's a nice day today, I guess. Ooh, so many bums hanging out at that bus stop. It's a lot of homeless people. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, giving all praise to the great Ali Shai the Visual, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth, and of the spirits of heaven and earth, and giving much respect to his son, Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become your father's royal right arm, my redeemer, my comforter, and my salvation, and the only one that plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for salvation. Yay, just only us and us. And shout out to Great Millstone, the ones who gave me this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and truth. And not only to get us to go back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, but to prepare us for the strange and dark times and wondrous times ahead of us. And they research everything. They break the words down in the Bible. They give us the history. You know, they keep digging. They find something new every day. They give us the news reports, news updates, Bible prophecy to the best of their ability, and much love to them. Shout out to the Aqua, the Akim, the brothers that's in the Word, whether you be from a camp or not, you know. Much love to the brothers that's doing the Word and truth and faith and sincerity. Shout out to the women, the Aqua, and whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, and you listen and you learn in silence, and coming back at you with another episode through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and the name Yahweh Shai. And this one is called Only for Israel, and just more various breakdowns about Israel, you know, about how Yahweh only loves Israel, and he only loves the chosen among Israel, you know. So I'm going to get a couple of Bible scriptures about that, and carry on with that, because it's a lot of controversy in that, and everybody keep thinking that God came from the whole world, and that's so not true. The Lord didn't come from the whole world. The Lord didn't come for everybody. He only came for Israel, and he only came for the chosen among Israel, you know, due to the Israelites and they mass amount of wickedness and the stuff that they do that they don't want to stop and they don't want to change, and there's a lot of them like that. So, you know, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, it's a lot of the chosen among the Israelites that are candidates to go, you know. So when the great and nuclear day comes, then the Most High would descend, and he would stop all this madness, and he would save the Israelites and lead the rest of the world to be destroyed, and Esau and the rest of his kingdoms and the Israelites stop follow him. So that is pretty much accurate. Right now, we it's a time of peace, so-called. It's not a time of peace in the world, but, you know, the Most High, in the way he speaks, is a time of peace right now. So before things get wicked and things get restless, you know, things get real uncomfortable, you should go into the truth, and you should read the Bible, and you should get understanding and go back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, go back to your God, because the Lord is only paying attention to the Israelites. He's working on them. He's getting the ones that he wants, and he's leaving the ones that he don't want. And you can tell which ones he wants. You can tell which ones that he doesn't want. So we can get some Bible scriptures out. Because this shit is real, you know? Is real. Don't you get it? Is real, is real. It rhymes. Something stank bad. I think it's coming from the ground. And I'm over here at the slums of where the Israelites are, and I live over here now. So, you know, as dangerous as it can be and as it could be, I try to stay out of the way. There's some sort of gang-banging hood across the street from where I'm at. So, you know, I got to be vigilant, got to be okay, be safe, you know. Hopefully nobody bothers me while I'm doing my work, you know, and give me my respect, you know, because I'm not here on none of that threatening type shit or, you know, gang-banging and all that stupid, evil, wicked shit, you know. But like I said, everybody thinks, we can get back to the main subject, but, you know, this is where I am. Slums, Israel, pretty much the gutters, you know, where Jerusalem really is at and what happened to them. You know, it's just sad. So, yeah, everybody think they a fucking Israelite, and they're not. You cannot be. Okay, we know that Israel is a speckled bird. You know, we know that it's a lot of Israelites that won't look like black people or Negroes or Mexicans. It's a lot of them like that. So, you know, but not everybody is from fucking Israel, and not everybody can convert. So that's a huge fucking problem right now as we speak. We got a lot of people that's trying to connect Christianity to the Israelites, to Israel, you know, when Christianity is its own form of something else entirely. It's white supremacy. So, you know, Christianity as some other shit that don't belong, and it does not matter to the children of Israel, you know. So you cannot join if you're not, if you never was a part of it. You know, we got a lot of Israelites, you know, because it said Israel is a whore. So Israel is mingling with different nations, you know, having sex with different nations and having kids in different nations. They really are. And not only they doing it because they want to, but they doing it because they have to, because, you know, they got a lot of segregation going on right now. So it's like this. Damn, that shit loud. Give me a minute. You gotta be careful around this motherfucker. I'm watching. But yeah, it's a lot of segregation between us and a lot of differences that our enemy is causing between us. Like, you know, like who's better than who, based on color, based on how smart you is. We're not all equally together, you know. We're not all equally yoked. Like, okay, if one win, we all win. You know, no, I don't go like that. No, you're light-skinned, so you can join us. You're dark-skinned, so you need to stay with the niggas. Shit like that. Oh, she's beautiful, so she can be in my house. She's ugly, so she got to stay out. You know, old school slavery tactics, Willie Lynch tactics, so on and so forth. That's keeping us divided. So women, their goal is to try and separate us, so we stop multiplying, but that's not working. It's a lot of Israelites that are still together. They multiplying, having kids, whether it be in good situations or bad. You know, they still growing by the millions and millions and millions of Israelites, like the sand of the sea, like the Bible said. And on top of that, you got the other side where they hate each other and they dating other races. Women saying that the brothers is useless, and the brothers are saying that women is useless on our side, and they're going off and they're going to go date other nations and going to go try out other people, hoping that it would be better. But little do they know, they're actually spreading the seed and spreading it, you know, wider and wider. So you do got a lot of people that are descendants of Israelites and may not know it. You know, if they don't do their research correctly, they may not know that. You know, so, you know, no, here a little, there a little. You know, that's another reason why, you know. And then you cannot say that you a fucking Israelite and you pure white. Like, oh, I'm an Israelite. Okay, so what comes through? What's going on with your family? Tell us about your family. Oh, my daddy is white, you know, but my mom is black. You know, it don't work. That doesn't work. That won't work. Or, you know, my family is all white, you know, but we come from the line of the Jews up in Israel. No, that doesn't work, because we know that they're not the Israelites, you know. So it's a lot. I can get some more examples out of the Bible. I don't know. I'm looking at this shit. I gotta keep my eyes open, because these people is weird. This area is a weird area, dog. The Israelites are the most wickedest people on the planet, so you gotta be careful. You gotta just keep your wits about you. But I gotta do what I gotta do. We all do, right? Hold on, that's a good one too. It said in Ezekiel chapter 3, it says, Moreover, Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1, it says, moreover, he said to me, son of man, eat what you find, eat this scroll, and go speak to the house of Israel. So that's plain and simple. And speak to the Israelites, you know. A lot of prophets, they get the ethnics, they get the races, they break them down, they find out who their family are, and what they are, you know, to determine if they're Israelite or not. You know, a white man can be an Israelite because his daddy is black and his mom is white. You know, that's a good combination, you know, because Israelite is through the seed. So he might look like a white guy, but he's not. He's actually a black man. So, but it's saying to only Israel, you know, the Negroes, Mexicans, and the Indians among them, you know, because a lot of them are intermingled with the seed, you know. So it's not saying for everybody, like, oh, a Japanese guy, you know, all Japanese guy from Japan, he wants to convert to being a Christian, so he converts to being a Christian and go through their practices and be baptized, and then now he's a fucking Israelite. It doesn't, this shit is so retarded, it's just funny to me, you know. And it's a comedy to a lot of us that are in the truth, because that is so not true. And people think because they in Christianity and they full Christians that they are Israelites. Like I said, and I'll say this again, Christian, the word only appears 3 times, you know. It was a practice before people knew that they was Israelites and converted back to being Israelites. And this is what other nations called Israel, you know, because of the religion Christianity was already present, and it was being pushed on them, you know. It was being pushed on them. So, you know, when it comes down to it, it was just a practice, but that's not who they were. That's like saying when they had to practice the Hellenistic ways, they became Hellenistic, but that's not who they were. They were the Israelites. Or they had the Greek was forced onto them and they became Greeks, but they were still Israelites that spoke Greek, you know? So shit like that. You cannot, shit like that is a, you know, a comedy, like how they convert, but still they come from one belief to another, you know. So but the main belief is the former one, so that is where it's at, you know. So it says, so I opened my mouth and he caused me to eat that scroll, and he said to me, son of man, feed your belly and fill your stomach with this scroll that I give you. So I ate, and it was in my mouth like honey and sweetness. Because it's good to know that you're an Israelite. It's good to know that you know the truth. It's good to know who you are, because look, this is how bad it is to not know who you are. You follow people, you look up to people that you think that are better than you, instead of looking up to Yahweh. And it says in the Bible to lean not on a man's understanding. Don't look up to no man, look up to the Lord. You know, I used to look up to a lot of cats. You know, I used to be exposed to a lot of information. I used to study a lot of stuff that I didn't need to study, playing with shit like magic, you know, studying evil spirits. Let's get down to it. It's true. I used to kick it with white people. I used to want to be them. You know, this is the definition of being lost and not knowing who you are. You know, and that's another bitter part of the Bible, when you don't know who you are and you're lost, and when you find yourself and you realize who you are, like, damn, I'm an Israelite, I'm from Israel, and my people are the descendants of the Israelites. And it's like, okay, let me make sure, because a lot of people be unsure, but when they do, they study, you know, it fits our build too perfectly. But like I said, I was lost at one point, you know, and doing a lot of stuff that I wasn't supposed to do, smoking, you know, kicking it with the wrong crowd. It's all kinds of things. And I had to start studying the Bible, because I was in a dark place, and it led me to this truth. And the truth had to be broken down to me to where I can understand it. And when I finally understood it, it sucked me in. It's like a lightning bolt struck me, and it almost killed me. So, you know, instead of it killing me, it made me go crazy a little bit. I became a little bug out and stuff, and smoking and trying to preach and trying to be like the prophets, but I didn't know the order of it. You know, I didn't at least try to give myself a basis or no stability. I just jumped into it. Hold on. You know, I just jumped into it, and I wasn't supposed to do that. Like, you know, cutting off my hair took me a long time to accept that fact, but I had to get comfortable with my hair being cut, so I cut it off, you know, to put it in order, you know, so I can at least try to do the right thing. You know, it's all kind of shit, you know, that can make you feel lost, you know? You don't know who you are, you know? So it's like, when I figured out the truth, I finally figured out who I was, and I pursued that. I pursued that, and I kept going with that, you know? Like, okay, now I know who I am, you know, and I'm gonna keep going with that. What do I want to do with myself? You know, what can I build about myself? You know, whether it come from the mind, the strength wise, your spirituality. When you get close to Yahweh, or you manage to get in between proximity of the Lord, he can do these things. He can elevate your mind. He can elevate your spirit. He can make you a stronger person than what you formerly were. Like it said in the Bible, put off the old man, put on the new man. I finally put on the new man. Best thing I ever did for myself. I feel freer. I feel better. You know, I got to work on certain kinks because the body ain't perfect, but, you know, my spirit feel more lighter. You know, I got a better attitude, a better demeanor. That's the sweet part. That's the sweet part in the Bible, you know. It says, then he said to me, go to the house of Israel and speak my words to them, for you are not sent to a people of unfamiliar speech and of hard language, but to the house of Israel. So that unfamiliar people is the people that's saying that they are part of the Israelite group, and they not, you know. So, and it can be a duality. It can also say that the unfamiliar speech and the people of hard language, whose words you cannot understand, surely had I sent you to them, though it says they would have listened to you. No, surely had I sent you to them, they would have listened to you. So never mind, it's not a duality. It's talking straight to the Israelites. It's talking to, it's Slakia. It's talking to the white people. It's talking to our enemy. Now, if the Lord came to them and it was given to them, they would get themselves in order, and they would already be in order. They would already be clean for the Lord. But the Most High said that I didn't send you to them. I sent you to the real children of Israel, you know, because it's not like that. He just given another aspect of how it would have turned out. So it says, but the house of Israel will not listen to you, because they will not listen to me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made your face strong against their faces, and your forehead strong against theirs. So it's talking about the wicked among our brothers and sisters. You know, the people that know that they Israelites and have heard about the story about them being the Israelites, and they don't believe. And that's exactly what you're going to deal with and what you're going to come across in the truth, you know. And these are the Israelites. And I'm like, shit, when I first started, I believed it. But then when you look at us and you look how we are, and we look how some of our people are, you know, that got that wicked mind state, you know, sometimes our people are just in a low place, and some of them are just fucking evil. It's like, damn, we can't be the Israelites if we like this. Look at how they are. Look how they act. Look at what they've become. But they are who the Lord say they are. They are the Israelites, and these are the ones that won't listen. Before, look, this is how bad it is. Like it said in the Bible, it says, surely had I sent you to them, they would have listened to you. So that God say the white people will listen faster than your people would. You know, if they was the Israelites, they would believe faster than our people would, you know. So, you know, our people is the first ones that would object and would come up with these different knowledges that they were taught by the enemy to defend their beliefs, to defend what they're comfortable with, to defend other ideologies and shit that's not real, instead of even giving you a chance, you know. So, like, per se, I could give a good example. You know, I can say something against Christianity on a comment board, on a reel, you know, showing videos like, oh, saying that the book of Enoch is canon in the Bible when you don't find it nowhere in the Bible. You know, I could say something like, you know, the it's not canon in the book, it's not found in the Vulgate, you know, or something like, oh, you know, Jesus was white and he's not white. He's not a Middle Eastern, because they saying that Middle Eastern people, you know, in Africa, you know, which referring to an Arabian or something, they black. No, they not. They white. So I could say Jesus is black, or you know, you could look up Revelation, this and that, and you know how many comments, instead of getting comments from white people, I would get more comments from my own people telling me that I'm blind, telling me that I need to study, I need correction, you know, that's not true, and this and that. Which version of the Bible is you getting this from? But what about the books of Adam and Eve? I don't believe in this at all. I believe in Mother Nature. I believe in the water of some woman god. I believe that woman is God. All kinds of madness is going to come from them first. They'll be the first motherfuckers to attack you. They'll be the first motherfuckers to object you, man. They would, man. And these motherfuckers is because of programming. So if you understand slavery and how impactful it was on our people this time around, you know, because Israel been through like 14 or 15, I think 15 to 16 slaveries, I think 14 slaveries, or 14 nations that we've been in captive by, and this is the last one. But, you know, this one was a real bad one, you know, so slavery was very impactful, and you know, the white people did, they did everything in their power still to this day to impact us with different knowledges that aren't true. You know, so whatever it's gotten to the point to where whatever come out on the news, whatever some stinking ass scientists say, or whatever somebody that got a diploma or a degree or some sort of high form of college paperwork that state that they smart and they white, our people would believe that. And I used to believe that too, you know. I used to believe that shit too, you know. I used to be like, oh, did you know about the constellations and this and that, and how they represent each and every different animal? You know, if you know the stars are just fucking stars, and they put their emphasis on it, on what they believe, and they put their religion and their gods behind it. You know, I believe that, and it's been impacted on me so hard to where that's what I talk about. You know, people talk about stupid shit about conspiracy and shit, you know, about the Anunnaki and how they little aliens with pimple heads and shit. Like this is how impactful the slave trade was. Like, whatever they teach us, we learn it, we regurgitate it, you know. Instead of, you have few of them that grew up and they grew out of that shit and they started questioning things, you know. So a lot of us in the past wasn't, you know, totally blind and just subjecting to what these white people say and what these white people do. We wasn't like blind like that, you know. Well, some of us, not all of us, but back in the days, pretty much a majority of us was like hypnotized into what they say, you know. Like right now they're talking about solar storm. Some strange solar storm is gonna come and fucking create its own EMP and knock out all the power and shut it down for 10 to 20 years, you know. So like I said, you know, because like the Most High say, don't be ignorant of Satan's devices. World War III can trigger off, and Russia can send an EMP down here and burn everything out, and they would blame it on a solar winter storm or some stupid shit like that, when Russia, all the white people had something to do with the shit. America, Russia, they had something to do with that shit. But because what media says and how much they put it on you, and it comes down through the news reports and all of that, we believe it. You know, well, they believe it. Our people will believe it. The stupidest among us will believe that shit. Like, it's going to be a solar storm that's going to come, and it's going to wipe everything out, and it hasn't happened in the last 300 to 400 years and shit, and half these people wasn't even born 300 to 400 years ago, generation upon generation. You got to understand me. How the fuck these people going to know what happened 300 to 400 years ago, nigga? And plus, it's based off lies, so it's all a bunch of fucking paperwork. This not something somebody seen for themselves. And like I said, the last piece is the mark of the beast. How the fuck is it going to be an EMP that happens before the mark of the beast take place? See, now you don't believe. That's when you get smart and you don't believe everything that everybody fucking says, man. I don't believe nothing that the white nigga say. He the father of lies. Nothing. Some of the shit that I hear, you got to discern for yourself and see what's true or not. But the majority of that shit, that bullshit, is just fucking lies and shit, you know, just fucking fear mongering to get you scared, to keep you thinking about this, to keep you thinking about that, to distract you from what's important, to put your mind on something that's just dumb, you know. So, you know, our people are like another lie. The sun is supposed to do something, the trigger, and the trigger is supposed to happen last year, and it's supposed to give every single black person powers and abilities that they ain't never had. And you got goofballs and fools running around telling these people that shit, and it's not accurate. Only the chosen among Israel is gonna get powers, and that's when the fucking World War III really kick off, and these nations and these other people and these these martial law groups and shit try to come after the chosen, you know, because that will happen, and the chosen will get powers, not fucking everybody. But, you know, like I said, the knowledge and the stupid shit, and at the end of the day, my point is that the first people that'll come at you is your own people. Like God said, it says, but the house of Israel will not listen to you because they will not listen to me. So if they didn't listen to God, they won't listen to you. Like how people walk past me and they see me with the Bible in my hand and I'm doing videos and they can hear what I'm talking about. They understand what I'm talking about, but they go about their day. They're not worried about what I got to say or, you know, how I said. They don't come up and ask me questions. They don't want to listen. They don't want to heed the warning. They just do whatever they do. You know, that's because they don't listen to God. So if they don't fear God, they're not going to fear you. It's simple. It's real easy, you know. It says, like a dominant adamant stone harder than flint, I have made your forehead. Do not be afraid of them. So don't be afraid of them. Nor it says, nor be dismayed by their looks, though they are a rebellious house, though they evil as fuck. Don't be afraid of what they look like. Don't be afraid of what they say or do, because the Most High is protecting you. He the one that got your back, and he can allow the spirits to attack you, or he can allow them not to attack you. So, you know, when you understand that. Hold on, this loud idiot with this bike. I hate bikers. Stupid. Stupid shit. Like, nigga, you ain't fucking fly with that ugly ass bike, man. Hurry up, get up out of here. Don't nobody care. Just a fucking crackhead Israelite on a fucking big ass white man bike. That's how fucked up the knowledge is. You know how white people are the only bikers, like Hell's Angels and Mongrels and shit? You got black biker gangs trying to be like them. Like I said, when they try to impact you with that knowledge and you take that shit in, and whatever they think, you think. That's a fucking whole example of that shit, man. This black nigga think he a goddamn biker and shit, and he's fucking black. Like, who fucking bikes, nigga, that's black? Like, fucking stupid. But anyways, it says, moreover, he said to me, son of man, receive into your heart all my words that I speak to you, and hear with your ears. And heart means mind. So, you know, have that understanding and listen to what the Lord got to say and take it into mind what he's telling you, because these things are facts. When you realize that your people are the Israelites, and you look around them, you see all the characteristics that they do. You know what I'm saying? That, okay, this is what the curses are. You know, this is how they would be. They backwards as fuck. They evil, self-destructive. They kill each other. You know, all these fucking qualities, nigga. Drugs, violence. You know, dictatorship, all the way to their own form of oppression against each other. All this shit, man. All this shit, you'll start seeing it when your eyes are open. Like, damn, that's what the Lord is saying, you know? Like you said, your head will be hard pressed against theirs, because these motherfuckers is hard-headed. They can listen to you. They can clap their hands. They can talk about the Bible all day and then go do some fucked up ass shit, like a guy go beat up on his girlfriend, or the female, she go cheat on her man and shit, and she just finished talking to you about the Bible and shit, or she go smoke some weed instead of reconsidering and thinking like, damn, I need to get rid of this shit. You know, they don't listen. They don't want to listen, but they can sure clap their hands and talk to you about the Bible and shit, and then go back and go do some backward shit. They not even trying to practice or to change themselves for the better. You know, they just do whatever the fuck they want to do. They just think that this is conversation. But like I said, when that World War III hit and these times are coming, it's all on the news, it's everywhere. That's all these motherfuckers are talking about, these white motherfuckers, because they know what that shit mean more than our people know what it mean. Our people are so dull-minded due to the repercussions of slavery that they don't care about slavery. They care more about surviving. They care more about poverty. They care more about, you know, themselves than what God warns and what's about to come upon America and so on and so forth. They don't care about that shit. And that's what meaning that their head is hard pressed against yours, because you got people that's telling them the truth, and then against the people that don't believe in the truth. So they head is hard pressed. A person can a homeless person can come up and receive the word and all of that, but does that mean that he actually received the word? No, he gonna go back and go hustle for his drug like he always do, and he gonna keep doing that. Like, oh, it was good to hear, and shalom, brother, or and y'all enjoy y'all day and get on about his day. And in a form, God don't want everybody. That's one of the secrets too. God don't want all Israelites. Some of them he don't allow them to get away with their wickedness. He allows them their wickedness to destroy them. They think that it's good, but it's not. If it's not good, it's not going to give you a good outcome. If it's bad, it's going to give you a bad outcome. And that's what it is with the children of Israel. Some people that are evil, they think that they're getting blessed, but it's making them more evil. So that don't mean what you're getting from the Lord is good if it's making you more evil, if it's making you more vile. So that shit right there is impactful. You got to be careful. Our people just hard pressed and they don't believe in shit. It says, and go get to the captives, to the children of your people, and speak to them and tell them, thus says Yahweh, whether they hear or whether they refuse. This is how extreme the warning is. Whether they hear or not, tell them, be there to show them, so that way they can't say that they didn't hear about it. And for those of them that got it, they got it. It's simple as that, It's simple. It's easy. So then the Spirit lifted me up, and I heard a voice behind me with a great thunderous voice that says, blessed is the glory of the Lord from his place. So that it goes into the the angels and the people that think they're UFOs, because this is the book of Ezekiel. So try to get more examples. It's back to Ezekiel. Trying to get more examples. I think I need to go backwards. This is another example that talks about the Lord speaking out to the Israelites. It says, Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 1, it says, run to and fro through Jerusalem and the streets of Jerusalem, see and know. Careful. and seek her in open places. If you can find a man, if there's anyone who executes judgment, who seeks the truth, and I will pardon her. Though they say, as Yahweh lives, surely they swear falsely. That's right. So if you find somebody that believe in the truth and know it, more power to them. The Lord said he protect them. But it's a lot of people that's agreeing to Yahweh, but at the same time, they still got their own beliefs and they still do what they want to do. They don't really care about what the Lord got to say. It says, surely they swear falsely. You can't believe everything that come out of somebody's mouth, and consider it to be the truth in their heart. It's not the truth in their heart. It's not what they really mean. They just agreeing on it because it looks good, Some people sport the truth as a style, Some people sport it, just to look cool. Some people is making money off of it. They wicked and they evil like that. But, this was another one that got something to do about Jerusalem, So speaking to the Israelites in Jerusalem, which is the ones out here today, So they God's lost people. It's not going to be no mixed crowd like how you see on these videos and stuff about these Christians going fucking crazy and shit. And like it says, feed them bread. Like it says, feed them bread and circuses. That's what Christianity is. Nothing but party and turning up and cheering and hooping and hollering and being emotional and just going crazy. It's like another form of the nut house. And everybody can come and everybody can do what they want. Like I said, like out of all the slavery and shit that happened, wouldn't you think that that's one thing that the Israelites would preserve is their faith? They would have faith in their God and they wouldn't let no other races in, because that's not how it goes. Like, this is our God, go worship your own. But instead, the Israelites is so broken and so wicked, they refuse to go back to their God, and they think that being in line with the enemy and making peace with him is going to make things better when it has not. Like, for an example, America sends Israel billions and billions of dollars, but they didn't want to pay reparations back to the niggas. They want to keep the niggas where they at. They want to keep Israel where the fuck they at. And they don't want to set them free. They don't want to let them go, but they sent millions and billions to the fake Israelites in Israel, and they don't want to give reparations to us. And that's even a small form of reparations to us. They don't want to give us nothing. So the niggas is slowly but surely waking up, even though they should have been dead. A lot of them should have been woke up to the fact that they don't give a shit about you. Like they said, they don't give a fuck about black people, whether they vote, whether they become a part of some sort of a higher position, whether they get their college diploma, diploma, whatever. These fucking white people do not give a fuck about you. They are threatened by you. They are afraid of you. You are their enemy. It's always been like that. It's never going to change. Since slavery time, it's never going to change, bro. You'll always be against them. They'll always be against you, no matter how nice things may seem to you, no matter how generous they want to be to you. It's always a motive, like per se, like, oh, if I got with a white bitch, oh yeah, she's not racist, but then I got to go meet her fucking family and they're fucking racist. And they don't want to fucking change. It's like that. See, they don't have that demeanor. They're not all in one together with, the blacks. No, they always hate them. They're going to hate them. They hate them for who they are. They jealous. They want to be us. They don't want to change. And they mad because a lot of them know the truth. Like, those people are the Israelites. We not the Israelites. We'll never be loved by God like they is. And that's another thing that's driving their jealousy to attack us, to hate us. Some of them want to become us. Most of them want to have kids by us. Like in the news right now that have passed in the news, it's a bunch of white women that's looking for donors that's not vaccinated so they can have kids, because the white people, they got a low count. It might seem like it's a lot of them around. It might seem like they just around worldwide and all that, but like in each and every nation, they got a low count, And a majority of nations, especially in America, they got an extremely low count out here in America, from what I do know, because nobody wants to be around, the white people. Nobody wants to fuck with them. So they feel like if we can't beat them, you might as well join them. So you got a lot of white women that's having sex with black men, thinking that they having white kids, and their kids is coming out colored and shit, and some more shit, So the white folks that are aware of that, they want to keep their genealogy going by keep trying to multiply, when they at a dangerously low, level where people ain't really noticed it, because you see them here and there. But when you look at it, whose population are stronger? Is it the Israelites, or is it the wicked, the Edomites? And and they are being outgunned and outmanned, you know, because you go to a lot of places nowadays and you'll see nothing but the Israelites. You'll see nothing but niggas, Mexicans, and Indians, and you'll see like a pitches and patches of, you know, white people here and there. You don't really see them, like, you don't really see them by the droves like you used to. No, their numbers are dwindling in. They weak, you know. So the world is slowly but surely returning back into the form that it was, but the real form is when it triggers that rebirth that we need, which is the nuclear event, you know. So that way, when the Israelites do take over the world, it won't be in total wickedness. It won't be split. It's going to be just good, and it's going to triumph over evil, you know. So that's going to be the best part. So it says, "O Yahweh," this is Jeremiah chapter 5, verses 3. It says, "O Lord, are you not, or you're not your eyes on the truth?" That's right. It says, "You have stricken them, but they have not grieved. You have consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their rocks. Their face is harder than rocks. They have refused to return." So that is the Israelites. They don't want to go back. They like the world the way it is. They like their life the way it is. They like oppression. They like drugs. They like violence. They like this darkness. They like wickedness. And the Lord has given them the truth. Yeah, he has. But they won't accept it. It's really simple, you know. It's really simple. And now it's getting to a point to where the Lord is going to get rid of their ass, man. It's time, man. You got a lot of fucking wicked ass, evil ass niggas, man, that's gotta go, man. They really gotta go, man. They hear it and they spreading more wickedness, and they're destroying their own people, and they're against their own people, you know. So it's like, shit, it's time for they fucking bitch ass to go. Shit, when all of this hate, when all this violence and all this collapse and shit happened, all this World War III shit happened. No, I don't. Go. The fuck? When all this shit happening, it's gonna be on them, man. The Lord gonna be snatching them up by the droves, man. All of these niggas gonna be gone, and it's gonna give us the hopeful elect, you know, hopefully I'm one of them. It's gonna give us a little peace of mind, like, shit, we can finally breathe without having to be harassed by our own people. Not only we being attacked and oppressed by the enemy, we being harassed and attacked by our own people, you know. And they doing it just for the sake of being wicked, man, because we the ones that help create evil, you know. So wouldn't it be no surprise that these niggas were perfected? It makes perfect sense, right? So for real, white man see me with a Bible in my hand, he want to come ask me for some change for some drugs. Get your ass out of here, man. The fuck? I've been more against them than ever, man. Like, damn, man, because they so fucking wicked, and the shit that they did and how they did it and how they formed society and life itself is so fucked up. It's to the point to where it's like, damn, like the white man ain't even gotta be there for bad shit to happen to you, man. And somehow, you know, you can always blame him. Besides yourself, you can blame this motherfucker right here. Like, man, when it comes to you being attacked because your car note is attached to a company and it's a white nigga calling you constantly begging you for money, that's his fucking fault. When you can't get a higher position and a higher job because of your color, that's the white nigga fault. When you fucking dealing with your family, and your family is conjoined with a white people, and they feel like you don't have to be a part of their family or get no inheritance, that's the white nigga's fault, you know. When it comes to fucking you not able to afford rent, and you being cast out because you don't have the money to pay your rent, and you got family and you got kids that's lining up on this shit, and you just need a little bit of help or you need a little bit of time, that's the white nigga fault. It's a lot of shit that his fault. When it comes to fucking, you know, motherfuckers who importing these drugs, these niggas is not smart enough to do some shit like that. You feel me? These niggas cannot go across overseas and then bring back drugs. No, that's the white nigga's fault. Yet again, he's doing that shit. You know, he the one that's bringing it all here, flooding these people with all these fucking drugs and shit, and trying to keep them sedated, you know. But, you know, those of us that are smart, we refuse to be high all the time. I don't want to be fucking high all the fucking time. You know, shit, hell no. Sober life is a better life. And it makes you feel cleaner, it makes you feel better. You know, you wake up and you start to see the world for what the fuck it really is, and how much corruption this motherfucker is pumping into our people, and they allow it to be this way. Now, if our people was all simultaneously and didn't allow it all together, it would make us a stronger and much more repellent to the shit that's being sprayed on us and shit. But it's not, man. These motherfuckers gonna continue to do what they want until the war kick off. When the war kick off and all this shit come here that's happening out there, when it come here, then that's when they gonna really take some shit to mind, and God's still gonna wipe their ass out. So, hey, what happened to my page? And this is what it says right here. This is how God knows his people. It says, therefore I said, surely these are poor. They are foolish, for they do not know the way of the Lord, the judgment of their God. I will go to the great men and speak to them, for they have known the way of the Lord, the judgment of their God. And the great niggas is the niggas that, like the prophets and the believers that came back and they changed, you know. That makes you a strong-ass man for you to accept that. You know what? I accept that shit. I believe it. It makes sense to me. You know, like, okay, certain things that don't, but you can get taught and you can get the breakdowns and you can learn better. Like, okay, so this and that, you know, okay, so we the Israelites, how the fuck are we the Israelites? Can you explain that part to me? Because I don't really know. You get certain breakdowns and then you read the Bible for yourself and it's like, okay, now I can go and do some history. Okay, now I get what they're coming from. Now I'm understanding. It makes you stronger. It makes you greater. Like, okay, it's also elevating your knowledge and making you smarter, you know? It really is, you know, because a lot of stuff that you didn't know, okay, now you studied it, now you know it, you know? Or if you sit down and you listen to people that are smarter than you, you know, some niggas that are really smart, and they give you them proper breakdowns, like, okay, I didn't know that about the Bible. What's this? What's that? What does Revelation mean? You know, what is they talking about with when they say 3.5 years? What the fuck does that mean? You know, all right, so what are these places today? You know, what is America today? What is Russia today? What is Israel now? Or, you know, simple questions like that. Okay, so what happened to Africa after we left? Like, great questions that easily get answered by the Lord. The Lord loved those intelligent questions, you know? He loves smart niggas. He don't like dumb niggas, man. He don't like dumb niggas that be saying, oh, if the Lord loved me, then why was I put here? You know, the Lord must don't love me if I was put here in the ghetto when I was just put here broke as fuck. Now I got to take what I want. And, you know, now I got to kill people to make my money. I got to gangbang. I was put here. The Lord put me here to do this. No, that's niggas that got stupid questions and they get stupid answers, you know. For real. Like, oh, I love God, but I can't stop doing the drugs that I do. Why would he put me on drugs if he cared about me so much? To test you. It's obstacles. The Lord is not going to let you in unless you are tested. We get tested every day, man. We get tested all the time. And then sometimes some people get harder tests, and then some people get easy tests. You know, that's difficult to, some of them are difficult to overcome, some of them are not. But overall, you're being tested, and it's not supposed to be easy. Life ain't supposed to be simple. This what makes certain niggas strong as fuck, because they have the strength to overcome what's in front of them. These different adversities, you overcome them. The Lord give you certain gifts and give you certain strengths that you wouldn't be able to gain without him. You got to be with him in order to gain it. And when you overcome these different things, it make you stronger off the rip. And that's exactly what these white niggas is afraid of, for Israel to overcome what makes them weak, what's oppressing them, for them to get up and overpower it and say no more, you know? When they say we all together, for Israel to be like, no, it's just us and y'all on y'all own. For real, that's another one too. That's impactful too, for Israel to be like, nah, nigga, it's only the Negroes, Mexican, Indians. We all the blacks. We are the Israelites. We ain't accepting no Asians. We not accepting no white people. We not accepting no motherfucking Indonesian motherfuckers. We're not accepting no Russians, because they think that they can be a part of the congregation and they don't fucking belong there. Simple as that, you know? Oh, we don't accept it no more. We don't want to be about that shit no more. This is our shit. This is our thing. That's our God. That God don't belong to you. God don't want you. This is all that God is talking about. You can go to any fucking page in the Bible, and all God is talking about is Israelites, Israelites, Israelites. This is an obsession and a jealousy for our people to ignore God and not to let him in. It's becoming an obsession. It's becoming anger. It's becoming rage. It's becoming wrath, because our people won't accept their God. They won't accept their husband. It's like that, man. But that's the truth. You can go to any page in the book. That's all he talking about is Israel. But our problem with our people is that they like getting taught by other people. They like getting entertained by other people. They don't want to go in the book and read that shit themselves. They don't want to take time out and watch the prophets' videos, watch Great Millstone, watch King Yahweh the Maccabees, you know? Watch certain men that's actually into the truth, you know? And get some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding out of them so you can totally understand where the fuck they coming from, you know? So, this shit stank, man. I hate this spot. For real. So you can get that insight that you need so you can believe, man. There's nothing wrong with that shit, man. Shit, because I know I needed the shit. I know I needed that shit. Like I say right here, it tells you not to be a part, or to not, so to speak, fuck my glasses, to not, so to speak, be a stereotype among the Israelites. Okay, so what would you do if a guy asked you to get an initiation into a gang? You know, what would you do? You simply don't join. You know, or it's a bunch of brothers, you know, smoking weed and they want you to hit the blunt, you know, because you ain't never spoke, try to get you on that life, try to get you on that addiction. You don't join, you know? Or, well, those are two, you know, good examples. Those are two greatest examples. That's what's going on today. You don't join, you don't be a part of it. So God got something to say with that too. It says, Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 1, O you children of Benjamin, gather yourselves to flee from the midst of Jerusalem, blow the trumpet in Tekoa, and set up a signal fire in Beth-Harim, or Hakarim, for disaster appears out of the north and a great destruction. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a lovely, delicate woman. It says, the shepherds with her flocks shall come to her. They shall pitch their tents against her all around. Each one shall pass her in his own place. Prepare war against her. Arise and let us go up at noon. Woe to us, for the day goes away, for the shadows of the evening are lengthening. Arise and let us go by night, and let us destroy her palaces. For thus says the Lord of hosts, says, cut down trees and build a mount against Jerusalem. So it's a time and day to where, my fucking glasses. It's a time and day to where the collapse is going to happen. It's going to happen, you know, and when it does happen, and when World War III spirals out of control and it finally reaches America, then that's when all the violence and all the destruction is going to come. It's going to come to these our people, because they don't want to listen. They don't want to hearken to the God's ears. They don't want to be protected. So the Lord said, in order for you to get away from it, you need to separate yourself from Jerusalem. That way the Lord can know if you separate the good from the wicked. He don't have to destroy you if you're not a part of this. If you're not a part of the wickedness no more, and you finally converted and you want to be a good person, you don't have to be a part of this shit. You don't. This nigga better get away from me, bro. On me. Hold on. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this nigga, man. You gotta be careful around this bitch. You gotta be careful. I'm about to get ready to close out. But yeah, you don't have to be a part of this shit. The Lord will know that, okay, you with me, you know the true name. Oh, okay, you got some works, you got some faith. Then I'm gonna let you go. You know, it's entirely up to him to do that thing. But yeah, he gonna let you go. That's up to him. But, you know, like he said, he promised that those of us that believe and those of us that love him, he would spare our lives, man. Because we don't have to die. If Yahweh wills it, we don't have to die like that. You know, because when it goes down, it's going to go all the way the fuck down. And these people, the wicked of our brothers and sisters, is going to get, they just deserve. And like Yahweh said, it's going to start with them. It's going to start with the Israelites that knew that they were Israelites. And a lot of our people have heard about the black people being the children of Israel. A lot of them have heard that. So when you understand that truth and you know what's going on, then the Lord say, okay, I'm going to hit you first. I'm going to get you first. So I'm going to go from the fake prophets that's pushing and making money to the fake ass pastors that's over there trying to get the money out of our people so they can live a comfortable life and live a better life, all the way down to the non-believers, the scoffers, the Israelites that be sitting up there talking shit, you know, and making fun of the people that do believe, all the way down to the ones that didn't have time and somehow they just didn't ever get the truth. They didn't know. And God had blocked their minds and their hearts from knowing, you know, and it's going to go all the way down. And then after that, the Most High is going to go to the white man and to his nations and to his descendants and to his people. It's going to trickle down like a lightning bolt. But we at the top, we going to get the brunt end first. But like the Most High said in the Bible, like I said, if Yahweh is with us, then who is against us? You know, so the Lord is going to take care of us first, and then he going to get to our enemies next. That's a nice car. I like that. That's nice, bro. It's nice and it's long. It's beautiful. But yeah, you know, so, you know, I'm closing out, but, you know, like Yahweh said, man, if the Lord is against us, no, if the Lord is with us, then who is against us? If God dealt with us, okay, then who can be against us? Who can stop the Lord? You know, there ain't nobody that can stop him. He gonna get each and every one of these non-fucking believers. He gonna destroy them. So, hold on, let me put my fucking backpack. You need to go. For real, he gonna destroy them. He gonna get rid of these motherfuckers, man, because they fucking evil and they wicked and they blind, man. If you and you sit back and you watch the wicked shit that our people do, and it's so fucked up and it's so evil to how they treat each other, and it, like it says, for the iniquity shall abound, so the love of many shall grow wax cold. They don't give a fuck, and they feel like because of the beliefs and because of what they think that they are different, when at the end of the day they are all the same. You know, they are all Israel, and it's wrong for Israel to destroy Israel. It's wrong for them to be evil against each other, you know. It's wrong for them to be segregate each other. It's wrong when they are dismembered and they not operating right. It's wrong when they, you know, don't listen and they don't cooperate, because at the end of the Bible and Yahweh Shai's message is the Christ. He says to be nice to each other, to love your neighbor as you love yourself. You know, take care of one another, have mercy on the poor, give to them. You know, look out for each other. Keep that unity, because that's what makes you special. That's what makes Israel Israel. But now it's getting to the point to where our people are so wicked and so gone and so destroyed in their mind that we have to find, the Lord is finding the Israelites among them and pulling them out. So just because I'm by myself, that doesn't mean that there are other Israelite people out there like me that agree, and we all agree to the same shit. We all care about the same thing. We're all, that unity is with us. Even though we scattered and we apart, we all are a part of that congregation, that unity that agrees to what the Lord is saying. You know, we have to pull that out, pull the real Israelites out, the Israelites that don't want to convert and that are wicked, and get them to unify. You know, so if I was around other brothers, you know, that was in the truth and knew the truth, I would get more comfort from them and more respect from them from my own than from my own damn family. You know, I would get more unity from them than from my friends and from people that say that they care about me. I would. So, you know, with that, you keep that shit up in mind and know that you ain't by yourself, no matter what you do, no matter where you know where you go. You know that the Yahweh is with you. You know that the angels is with you. You're not just by yourself in agreement. You know, even though you shouldn't be by yourself when you do all of this, but if you are, you are. You know, it is what it is. Like I say, seek salvation for yourself. You're not gonna always be with a group of Israelites. You're not gonna always be with a bunch of people, you know, that's preaching the same thing. Sometimes your road can split off and you can end up by yourself doing this on your own, showing you how much you love them on your own, to the best that you can, to the best of your abilities, you know. So I'm about to get ready to close out, but yeah, man, at the end of the day, you know, they can't be a part of it. It's only Israel, and it's always going to be Israel. I can pull up millions and millions of scriptures that only refers to the Israelites that God care about, the ones that God is coming to save, you know, the ones that God love. He don't love no other nation. He don't love nobody else, you know. But I brung up a lot of other things that are a part of the Israelites and their problems and what Yahweh is actually looking at, because that's what's evident. That's what's going on today. And it's only like the Lord say, when them dark times come and the wars pop off and all of this shit is no more, then that's when they're going to seek me, but I ain't going to be found. And that's when they're going to want to know the truth, but there's no more time. You're going to be surprised how many Israelites is talking about God when this shit happens. And some of them ain't never spoke about God. Some of them ain't never believed. But when they saw what they saw and the shit that's going to be happening around here and what's going to happen to America in general when it destabilizes, everybody going to be talking about the Most High. He going to be a household name to every single black person, every single Mexican, every single Indian, every single Israelite. Nigga, everybody gonna be looking for him. They're gonna be looking for the prophets. They're gonna be looking for the believers. They're gonna be looking for everybody who believe, man. But most of us, Lord, like the Lord said, it ain't gonna be found. A lot of us ain't gonna have nothing to say to our people because they evil. So there's a lesson, and there's a saying, like I say, evil gets what evil deserves, man. You get what you get, bro. The Lord, if you give to the Lord, you gonna pay. If you do evil, you're gonna get evil, for real. If you want evil from God, God gonna give you evil. That's just what it is. And with that, calling Yahweh about Shem Yahushai, in the name of Yahushai, Shalom. I'm out of here. I'm about to go and rest because I'm done working out, and it's on to the next episode. Hopefully this one posts, because my other episode did not post. I guess it was just too hurtful for them. So, but who cares about what's going on, about what the white people are doing? They can post all the violent shit in the world. They can do all the racism shit in the world. When it comes to an Israelite man posting on what he believes is true, they are against that. And with that, Shalom.